Good morning. Missed my window of cool weather. And today it's 9 o'clock in the morning. It is over 90 degrees and the feel like temp right now is 121 degrees. We're in an extreme heat advisory, but I'm also leaving in a few days. So my time is winding down. I need to get the goats moved. So we're gonna head down to the woods, pull the fence, put up some new fence, and move our goats to a new wooded pasture area. I was also up pretty early this morning. We got 2 of our chickens on the smoker. So I cut the spines out for the spatchcock. So we're gonna dump that into our compost pile, along with some eggshells from this morning's breakfast. And it looks like a banana peel from a smoothie. I think for the most part, I don't need much. I just have one box of like fence goodies that I have stashed down here in the little deer shack. We're gonna snag that, and I'm pretty sure that's all we're gonna need. Fence box. Found a little bit of shade, probably only a few minutes, but I'm gonna have to move that side by side around a few times throughout the day to keep it cool and out of the direct sun. But yeah, we're gonna let the goats out. I think I'm gonna let them just roam around, do their thing. They usually stick around pretty darn well. Plus then they'll just be kind of like out of my hair because I gotta get inside of their run. And once we get the fence down, I gotta get inside. We're gonna hook up to their shack thing and drag it kind of to its new location. So I'm gonna have to have them gone. Hey chicken, goat chicken. I fed our egg laying chickens last night. This one came running over, but of course did not want to go inside of their little run area because it doesn't identify as a chicken because you're a goat, right? Yeah, you're goat chicken. All right, you're free. You're free. So I went and moved all the like little toy things, but my routine usually is just taking out the gate and going around the edges, getting rid of all my little extra fiberglass poles and reinforcement rods. And then from there, I start dropping all the actual fence panels. And honestly, anymore, putting up these fences, it's not so much that they look perfect and pretty. They just gotta stand. Oh my gosh, there is a bunch of cobwebs. I'm going around the other direction. They just need to stand and function and do what's needed. So, I mean, I try to keep them tight because I think keeping fence tight, especially with electricity and things being able to like ground it out, I wanna keep that up, looking good. But here's one of my corner rods. Pop that out of there. Ugh. And I have noticed, now that we're in the woods, the fence gets pushed and challenged a lot more. I'm not sure if it's from the goats or if it's from outside predators, but fence posts, I mean, you can kind of see they're always leaning in or out. I am constantly having to bend them back both directions. So pretty sure it's getting hit up from every angle. This is the part of the fence where I had the extra. So I had to like zigzag it back and forth. So there's actually like 3 layers of fence here just to keep everything tight. So I just gotta dismantle everything I kind of did. I have extra rods in here, extra those black fiberglass rods. Got like a little bit of everything going on. Whew, I am dripping already. Oh, there's one of their collars. I was looking for that one. I think Licorice lost his collar probably like a week and a half ago. Wasn't sure where it was at, because I think what's happening is they're getting caught in some of these larger branches, and they're just plastic clippers or clips on it, so they'll snap off easy, which is a good thing. Last thing we want is a goat dangling from a tree. Look out, goats. Look out, buddy. Fence is down all the way around. I can tell you that it's hot without telling you that it's hot. But looking at this, and I'm in the shade. I am in the shade, 100% basically in the shade. I mean, it's a dripper today. All right, gate is up. We got plenty of space here to throw our little feeder, so that way the kids, when they come out here, have quick and easy access. I thought I was gonna have to put it back behind it, but it's gonna work great. There's like probably about 8 or 10 feet right here. Nice flat spot for it. I'm ready now. I'm gonna grab this, start right there with the gate, and then I'm gonna pull it that way. And actually my first corner is already right there. So that's where I'm gonna take a hard left, and it kind of like veers back a little bit. And then from here, it goes kind of at an angle that way too. So it gets wider as it goes that way. So that's where all the meat and potatoes are at. But I have a feeling this time around, the goats are gonna have, I mean, look, that is, that's about 7 or 8 feet tall right there, that stuff there. That first area was not near this thick or tall, and it's going to be yeah, which will be good because they're going to have a lot of time to work at it. They've got some big logs in there, so they're going to be able to jump on those. They'll end up eating around that log. They'll end up jumping up on top of that, walking around on it. Oh, they're already following me. Hey, big goats. Hey, big goats. But yeah, I mean, this is so thick and so full. You guys are still following me? And there's the end there. So we literally just walked around the entire new wood lot. And then there's our shed there. So I'm gonna tie in over there, head on that way. Now for the second worst part of doing this is carrying around this much fence. Luckily, as we lay it, it shrinks down pretty quick. Look out, goat. And that is the end of this roll. Now, if I'm lucky, when I gather up the second roll, I think I'm going to start at the other side of the gate and work my way this way. And hopefully we'll have enough to get to this point. All right, we have made it, barely. This side's got a lot more of the stubby stuff left over, since this is from the previous pasture. So there's a lot of stuff from the goats. This is the last bend. You probably can't see from there, but the end of the other fence is right behind me. So we are getting extremely close. This is literally, I just dropped it on the last post. The last post to this run just landed on top of the last post from the first run. So we're looking perfect. Fence is looking pretty darn good. We actually had a lot of space. So when I pulled it around that way, you got to the end, there was probably like 3 or 4 full of these 8-foot panels left over. So I was able to pull it even farther down. So I have a whole bunch of extra over here. So I was able to actually take this fence now, kind of run at an angle and gain more space back here. So now I have a nice big flat area, which is nice to have because then the goats will have a little flat, clean area so they can run around. I'll put their toys over there. Plus, if we have to do some hoof trimming or shots again, kind of gives us a nice open spot for us to kind of like take care of that kind of stuff. But I've pulled it pretty much to the end, that last corner. I just got to go wrap around, and then I think we're gonna have extra. We're gonna have extra fence for sure, so then I can zigzag and then tie off the ends, and yeah, all our fence will be up at that point. So just as I thought, we have 2 panels left over, so I just kind of zigzagged them back and forth. Brought the end of this run back to the end of this run, so I could clip it together to get that full charge through the entire system. Now I'm just kind of like buttoning this up, cleaning it up. Where this one kind of ended was kind of like mid run. So there's no post at the end, so I'm gonna put one of these black ones in here to kind of pull this tight. This will be my new end post here. This is what's gonna kind of tie everything back together. Okay, we are officially 100% up fence-wise. Last thing I gotta do is run around in any corners or I don't know, any kind of just weird chunks of fence that may be leaning in a different direction, or if there's like a dip in the ground, place one of these. I already got one up here, kind of pulling the fence tight this way. Got a couple corners, and I know I have one in the back there that I gotta stick one of these in, kind of help pull everything back out. And we're pretty much good to go. Here's kind of one of the corners here, kind of pulls inward. Let's see if I can get this from the outside here. That's not too bad. I feel like this is gonna be a pretty shady spot most of the day. There'll be some sort of trees creating some sort of shade. So it's probably a pretty good spot for their little water trough. They are panting like crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of this. I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna get water down here because we are a little farther away than last time. I think I'm gonna take the side-by-side. I think we're gonna have to gather pretty much every hose reel I have and connect it up there by the dog run and then just keep adding on, and hopefully we'll have enough to get down here. I think I have there's 3 or 4 rolls right here already. So we'll see how far that goes first. Okay, so we have 2 75-foot hoses and 2 50-foot hoses, and that give us enough length to get all the way out here. Oh, it's ice cold. So while the water fills, I'm gonna go ahead and move our charger down to the other end. Luckily, for the most part, we're gonna be having the same angle, kind of southbound. So hopefully it'll get enough charge. I was worried I was gonna have to stick this like farther into the woods or create like a little jumper extension that'll get us farther out. So actually looking at this now, I might be a little short. I mean, it's gonna get full sun most of the afternoon, even just right here. It's gonna be bad, but I don't think it's gonna reach the fence. I think I might have I think I have a small jumper from a previous run in that box. I'll have to try that out. Yeah, there's no way this is gonna fit. We do have my ground over here. So the cable itself is too short. I have a second alligator jumper cable attached to that, was still too short. I had a jumper that I had made and it was still too short. It was gonna be stretched a little too tight, and if something would run through it, it could pull it off and or disconnect the power. So I ran to the shed. I already had this one partially made. I put that's gonna connect to the fence. And then this is what is gonna connect to the actual solar charger itself. So I'm actually gonna disconnect the wire that's attached to this, hook this up, and then straight to there. And then we have plenty of excess. That way then too, I can kind of monitor where the sun is and where the most sun's gonna be throughout the day. And I can actually move this a little bit and have a little bit more leeway with it. Okay, so here is the previous cable with the alligator clip on it. We're gonna take this completely off. And then I will attach our new one. Perfect. Okay. Okay, now what that's going to allow us to do is run this and not have to worry about any kind of ground contact and shorting it out. I can run it right through here. That's about perfect. Oh wow, water is basically about to overflow. Oh, that feels good. That is ice cold. The goats have yet to come over here and try this out. They've been hanging out with me in the shade, kind of climbing all over the side by side. So I'm gonna have to get up some grain and bring them on over here. Actually, I'm gonna get their grain, their little trough deal, bring it over here, bring a little grain, get them in here, and then we're just about done. I think the last time I moved this, I actually put it in the back of the side by side, worked out fairly slick. Look how blue. I'm backing up, bro. Gosh, these goats tear up everything. That should work. Oh, my goodness. There we go. Huh. These have little caps on them, I guess. Starting to rust, though. Okay. Luckily the feed box was about empty. Oh, so it's not that bad. I'm gonna see if I can get them to come over here now. Go, go, go! Oh, here they come. Here they come. Oh, they're confused. Here we go, 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 go. They went to their old home. The old home area. Oh, here comes Goat the chicken. Come on, Goat, go, go, Goat. They're so confused. Come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, big goats. Here they come. Here they come. Food and water. Come get it. Come get it. Oh, there you go. There we go. There. Come on, Blue. Welcome to your new home. There we go. Get some of that fresh water. Goat the chicken. One final test. I got the fence tester here. Got a kick on the charger. Oh, it's already in some shade. Actually, yeah, that's crazy how fast that went. Already in shade. But that spot was in the sun. I mean, it was a while. I mean, yeah, there's not much sun left, but I do have about 3 feet. I can move this darn thing. Here comes the goats. They're coming down my way. And I always like to throw, I got one of these, they're little pigtail fence posts with this. I like to stick it kind of close to the fence and have the cable run in between here, kind of help pin it to the ground. So that way if something does come, you maybe trip over the wire or get a little too close. I'm kind of hoping it just kind of like doesn't rip the fence or pull part of the fence down. Just a little added security. But it's laying pretty darn flat right now. I'm gonna start right here, right where the connection point is at, just to see at full power what we're looking at here. Oh, we're still looking at 6,000 volts. So 6,000 volts to the point of power, basically. So now I'm going to run, I'll probably go to, actually I'll probably just go to the gate. I'm gonna go to the gate because that's the back end, the final of the run over there. And if we're looking good there, then I think we're pretty well set. So this is the final end run. We're gonna see what we got here. So we're still hitting 4,000 volts. And that's probably partially because of the charger not being fully charged. So hopefully tomorrow I'll come back out after it hits a little bit more sun on it to charge up. But I think we're gonna be pretty much good though. So that pretty much wraps up our fence project for the day. I got a few of their toys I just got to carry over and toss through the other side of the fence. But yeah, goats are in, goats are safe. I am done. I'm gonna go cannonball into the pool. Hope you enjoyed today's video. We'll see you all next time. Later.